Shalom, Israel. Salaki, let me check the feed. Make sure we got sound and video. Excuse me, you might periodically see me yell at some bad kittens. They're trying to tear up our equipment. Don't mind me, Salaki. We good to go. Hey, Shalom, Israel. Let's clap it up, man. A little hand, Lord hand. Shalom, Israel. We are the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge. Started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. We are led by the commanding General YAHANNA. You understand? Since 1969, you know what I'm saying? The men under him have been doing the Lord's work. You know what I'm saying? We are the prophets of the Most High, teaching God's chosen people that they are God's chosen people. By that, I'm talking about so-called blacks or Negroes, you know, Hispanics, and Native Americans, man. Those people that I just named are God's chosen people and the children of Israel, man. Since 1969, we've been teaching this truth. We haven't been affiliated with any other so-called Hebrew Israelite group, man. We not with none of them brothers. You know what I'm saying? Lord have mercy on them brothers. Them brothers will have their judgment for choking of the real truth, man. You know what I'm saying? They're really a block to what we are in the I.S.U.P.K, which is the truth to help our brothers and sisters in this hell, this oppression, and to seek the kingdom, seek out the kingdom of heaven. You know what I'm saying? Them brothers, they doing it for their own gain, man. They taking what we teach, changing it up, and then giving it to you and selling it to you, and all types of nonsense that's not what the Lord. The Lord have mercy on them brothers. But also since 1969, we've been bringing black, Spanish, Native Americans back to our culture, man. Our culture, which is the Bible, you know what I'm saying, the 1611 King James Bible, that is our records, you know, our history, our future, and our present. That Bible has everything that has to do with us. It's a family book, and it is our culture. You know what I'm saying? And also, you know what I'm saying, the language that Bible was originally written in, the Hebrew, is also our culture, man. That's the language we spoke in the days of the Old Testament. Hebrew, black and brown people, man. So Spanish, Creole, French, and even English, those aren't our native tongues. That's not what we originally spoke. We spoke the Hebrew. So getting into our culture, that's what today is, man. Today is the I.S.U.P.K. Houston, Galveston, Port Arthur, Beaumont, and Deep East Texas. Friday Lashawan Qadash, man, where we get back into our culture and study, you know what I'm saying, the language that was beaten out of our backs. You know what I'm saying, that the oppressor, what the Bible says is the devil told us, you know what I'm saying, we had nothing to do with. It really belongs to us. That's what we get into today, man. We learn how to read, write, and speak the Hebrew. So, without any further ado, we're going to get into it. We're going to start off class the way we always start off class, and that's by going over the Hebrew alphabet. You may have a question, did you? Let me get it a little bit better. Do a better job. And I'm going to move that chair too. Bear with me. There we go. It's better than we normally get it, boy. We've been getting it as of late. Acting close. So, this chart you see here is given to us by the men, you know what I'm saying, who started the I.S.U.P.K. Here's the Lashawan Qadash chart. It is the Hebrew alphabet. So you can find this on Google. Type in I.S.U.P.K. Lashawan Qadash. Lashawan, Lashawan. That's Lashawan. And then Qadash, Qadash. Lashawan Qadash. I've been I.S.U.P.K. Lashawan Qadash. This chart will pop up. It has all 22 characters of the Hebrew alphabet, starting with I all the way to Tha. Notice how I'm starting on the right, moving to the left, because Hebrew is read and written from right to left. So from I going this way to Tha, you got 22 characters of the Hebrew. All words in Hebrew are a combination of some of these characters, man, 2 or more. Down below, the same thing. I to Tha, you know what I'm saying? But it's different symbols because it was arrived in a different captivity than the ancient. I believe the ancient was actually closer to Babylon. You know, the ancient was derived by Adam, when the Assyrian was derived in the Assyrian captivity. But yes, it's still the same thing. I all the way to Tha. You see these 5 different symbols right here, these 5 letters. That's the only thing you have to be mindful of in the Assyrian, because the letters that they're under, these particular letters, Ka, Ma, Na, Pa, and Tza, if a word ends in these particular 5 letters, then you end it with the one on the bottom. Rather than at the beginning of the word or in the middle of the word, it's the regular letter from the alphabet. You don't got to worry about that in the ancient. In the ancient, you do have to worry about connectors. Connectors assist in the pronunciation of the Hebrew word. Here you see La, Sha, and Wan. You know what I'm saying? There's a connector under Wa and Na, making it Wan. But La has its own connector and Sha has its own connector. But their syllable is its own. La, Sha, Wan. Not La, Sha, Wana, La, Sha, Wan. That's what a connector's for. Connectors are in the ancient, not in the Assyrian. And these 5 ending letters are in the Assyrian, not in the ancient. Don't mix up the 2. Already. So now we're going to go over it. Repeat after me. Ha, ba, ga, da, ha, wa, za, ha, ta, ya, ka, la, ma, na, sa, I, pa, tza, kwa, ra, sha, and da. Already. There you have it, man. The Hebrew alphabet. Just try to memorize that alphabet. Memorize the sounds of the letters and the actual symbols. And then, after that, you'll start memorizing vocabulary. And with those 2, a good memory on both of those, vocabulary and the alphabet, you're well on your way of speaking fluently Hebrew. Alrighty, give me 1 second. I want to set it up for class. Alright, here we go. I think we can do a little better. Try to do away with the glare. I think that's as good as we're going to get. Already. So today, I know when you guys normally see me, you expect to have one of those confusing classes where we got a lot to remember. One of the more advanced classes, but I'm going to start toning it down a little bit, man. I realized, you know what I'm saying, with those classes that I normally teach, I'm trying to get into grammar rules as well as vocabulary and pronunciation and remembering the letters and the alphabet and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? So it's not necessarily baby steps that we're going to start taking, but we're going to calm down a little bit. Grammar rules will come, you know what I'm saying, gradually. You know what I'm saying? We're going to mainly work on vocabulary. We're going to definitely go over some grammar as we go along, but we're working on vocabulary from now. So today with the vocab, we're going to do a little vocab. We're going to have some sentences. I'm going to have a word bank for everybody. Then we're going to get some sentences, and of course, we're going to practice writing in Hebrew. So, with that, the vocabulary that we're going over today, we're in the Sabbath service, which is every Saturday. In the zone near you, you can catch the Sabbath service at 11 in Central Time, in the Central zones. But the Sabbath service where we're at in Houston currently is Numbers 13. And in Numbers 13, what's going on is, you know what I'm saying, we're at the end of our journey. We're nearing the end of our journey in the wilderness. You know what I'm saying, after being thrust out of Egypt and saved. You know what I'm saying, pretty much. What's the word I'm looking for? Rescued. I guess that'll work. You know what I'm saying, just saved from our captivity in Egypt by the Most High. Now we're in the wilderness. We're nearing the end of the wilderness, approaching the promised land. You know what I'm saying? And what the Lord told Moses to tell the children of Israel to do at this point in Numbers 13 was to send out two spies. Not necessarily, I think they were called spies, but send out two men to go recon. Go recon the promised land. Go and find just two men. Go pose as just men going to go see the king. You don't gotta tell them who you are. But just go scope out the land, see what it's looking like. Because this is going to be our land that we're about to possess. You know what I'm saying? Thus saith the Lord. So see what we're going to take. See about the people that dwell there. See about the fruit that it yields. That you know what I'm saying? That the earth is the fertility of the earth and whatnot. Find out everything you can. And pretty much, you know what I'm saying? Where we're at is the men just came back and they were saying that the land is fertile, the fruit is good, you know what I'm saying? Everything is good about the land, but the men that dwell there are very strong, and they look, you know what I'm saying? They damn near look scary. I mean, Salaki. That's what they were saying in the scripture. Those men look strong. We can't overtake them. That's what the men that returned said. So they were the children of Israel were conflicted with a little doubt whether they should even go and take the land. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we're gonna be covering vocabulary that's going over this. You know, that's what we got today. So let's get it in, man. Yeah. So what am I writing? I'm gonna write Numbers 13. Numbers 13. Now I'm gonna give us the word bank. I'm gonna give us the word bank. Some of the words that we're gonna have, well, I'm gonna give it to you. We're gonna do 2 word banks. We're only gonna do 5 at a time. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 6. Let's do 6 at a time. So we got war. Of course, we gotta have war, right? If we're gonna have war, we're gonna have peace. You can't have peace without war. We're also gonna have 2 of the nations that we're going to overcome: Canaan and Amalek. Canaan and Amalek. Also, we're gonna have the word strong. I should have wrote. Strong, right? You gotta possess some type of strength to go to war, right? You gotta endure the battle. It's not, and you have to have faith to see, you know what I'm saying, what's at the end of the battle, hopefully that peace. So you have to have endurance, right? The endurance takes strength. Or endurance is a strength, really. And lastly, for this first round, well, let's have 2 more. Let's have enemy, because we're going to learn that these 2 people are our enemies. And then lastly, fight. Already. So, let's get it in. War in Hebrew is malakma. Malakma. You can use that word if you're talking about camp, or even talking about a battle, even though we're going to have battle, fight over here. The Hebrew word for fight really is translated to contend or quarrel, but that's really a fight, and this is more of a battle or a war. Malakma. All right, peace. You already know peace, right? Shalom. But that's more of a statement. To say peace throughout, well, I'm not even going to get into that. This will work. Peace, this will work for saying peace. Canaan, right? One of those tribes, one of those nations that we had to go take the who were those possessing, Canaan and Amalek were those that were dwelling in the land of milk and honey that we were there to possess. The Canaanites were from descendants of Ham. I believe they were the Ethiopians, right? Canaan. Slovakia. Canaan, I know they're African, so I'm just going to say that. I'm not sure if they're Ethiopian or Lebanese or whatnot, but they were African. They were sons of Ham, Canaan, and Amalek was a tribe of Esau. So one of the children of Esau. The Amalek tribe in particular were the ones that, the Khazars in the Amalek tribe were the ones that seen Israel being a great and wise and understanding nation with the law, statutes, and commandments. You know what I'm saying? Our culture being a clean culture. You know what I'm saying? A culture to be, you know what I'm saying, to be astonished by. And then they started to copy off us, the Khazars, which were an Amalekite tribe. So this is the small hat, the Jewish man. These are the Africans. So Amalek and Canaan. These were the people that dwelled in the land of milk and honey, where it says. But Canaan in Hebrew is Canaan. Canaan. It's going to look weird as I write it, but that's how the translation is. Because we know the ka is with a K when it's written in English. And then the na, and then the I, and the na. Canaan. Canaan. It'll look, for those who've been around for a little bit but just didn't know that, it'll look more familiar when I write it in Hebrew. And Amalek is Imalak. Imalak. All right, strong. What is strong? You might know this one already too. Kazakh. Kazakh. Enemy. Ayab. You know what I'm saying? Kana'ain wa Amalak are R is not Hebrew, but they are Ayabium, our enemies. So Ayab. And then fight. This word I was talking about earlier is Madan. Madan. Which is really like a quarrel or a contest, like to contest or a quarrel. To contest or to contest, like throw them up real quick, or to quarrel. That's Madan. All right, let's get it in Hebrew. I wasn't able to find a red marker, so we're gonna have to do it green for the Hebrew. It's lucky if it, let me see what it's looking like. It's lucky if the green and the blue are not that easy on the eyes. But Malakma, we're gonna start with Malakma, right? We got the Ma, the La, Another ma. Wait, malak, not another ma. Like malak ma. 30 erase. That's wild, huh? Like you. Give me 1 second. Malak. Then another ma. And then a hot man. Malak ma. That's ancient, right? So we gotta have our connectors. Ma, lak, ma. That's simple. Malak ma. Now we're gonna get another Syrian. The bottom. The open box means the ma that's not at the end. So ma, lak, malak, ma. That's simple. Malak ma. All right, we're gonna move to shalom. Peace. Shalom. Sha, la. No, it's ma. Shalama. Shalama. Shalom. That's simple. Shalom. Syrian. Sha. The closed box at the end, right? Shalom. Canaan, Canaan, the Hamites. Canaan. Ka. Na. I. Na. Ka. I'm caught at I know I've been read this word for so long. I'm not sure because it feels like these last three are all connected. Kad na ein. I guess it's kad na ein. I'll find out and get a clarification if I'm wrong for next class. Salakia for not being 100%. That's how we're gonna rock it. Kad na ein. Ka. Na. Ein. Kad na ein. I'm a lock. Hamalek. I. Ma. Lock. I. Ma. Lock. I. Ma. Lock. I'm a lock. All right, strong. Kazak. Ka. Za. Kwa. Kazak. Kazak. 3 letters. Kazak. Enemy. Ayah. Ya. Ba. Ayah. Ayah. And Lastly, fight or quarrel, contest, madan. Ma, da, na. See, I got the elongated na. That's what the na looks like inside the word. That's what it looks like at the end. Here it's a little bit too long. That's you got the picture. Madan. All right. You can pause for the cause or rewind, or be kind to rewind. Almost forgot it. That's the word bank we got. We got war, malakma, peace, shalom, Canaan, the nation of Canaan, the African nation, Canaan, Amalek. You know what I'm saying? The appropriators of our culture, the tribe of Esau, Imalak, strong, Kazakh, an enemy, Ayab, fight, to contest, Madan. Already. So now I'm gonna just erase a little bit and then get a sentence up there. I'm gonna erase these two right here. I'm gonna leave the majority of it up, and then I'm gonna use this small space to get a Hebrew sentence. We're gonna hopefully have 3 Hebrew sentences. I'm gonna run over 2 really right now, and they're not gonna be too advanced. You know what I'm saying? Just to get our practice in, get the gears turning. All right, so the sentence we gotta get, we got fight, right? So I want to say this. I want to say we're fighting for Yahawashi. You know what I'm saying? We know how to say we. We is Anaknawa. You might have found that out from a previous class. If not, it's not up here. It's one of the pronouns. We went over it. You know what I'm saying? A few times. Anaknawa. Some things have its own way to say. Like his is Hawa'a, hers, Haya'a. You know what I'm saying? I or I am, Anya, you, Atha. You might know Atha. You know what I'm saying? But we is Anaknawa. So we're fighting for Yahawashi. We're gonna say we, we're gonna say fight, or we're gonna say Yahawashi. It's gonna be pretty much 3 words conjugated to make it we're fighting for Yahawashi. Let's give it a look-see. Let's check it out. So we are fighting. For Yahawashi. I ran out of space. So lucky, I'm not gonna confuse you. We're fighting for Yahawashi. So that's what I'm gonna write. You know what I'm saying? You might be familiar with that from the cadence. You got it covered. You know all about this cadence. So we is Anaknawa. Anaknawa. We. Our fighting is the next word. So fight conjugated to fighting, and who's fighting? We. So we, and then we're currently fighting. That word madan has to be conjugated to mawadanyam, as we are fighting. We, mawadanyam, the yum at the end makes it we are fighting, and the wa and the yum is all part of the conjugation for we are currently fighting. So mawadanyam. Mawadanyam. Then for Yahawashi. As we got la right here, right? A prefix for, then Yahawashi, his name. So La Yahawashi. That makes La Yahawashi. La Yahawashi. Yahawashi. Here you go. Our first sentence. We're fighting for Yahawashi. Anak Noah Mawadaniam La Yahawashi. 3 words. We're fighting for Yahawashi. Let's get it in the Hebrew. So I wrote this in the blue from left to right because even though it's Hebrew, it's still English letters. But now we're writing in Hebrew letters. We're writing in our ancient, you know what I'm saying, language. So we're writing from right to left now. See, I'm starting on this side. So this word starting on this side, going this way. Anak Noah. Mawadanyam. 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 La Yahawashi. La Here we go. Anak Noah Mawadanyam La Yahawashi. We're fighting for Yahawashi. You got it. Alright, so now, you know what I'm saying, you can rewind, be kind to rewind for that. We're going to move forward to our next slide for the word bank. Our next word bank slide. And then we're going to get our last 2 sentences. Maybe last one, depending on how much time we got. I'm going to check it out in a minute. But you know what I'm saying, to take it back to the topic in our sentence, you know what I'm saying, the children of Israel, you know, possessing that promised land that they were supposed to do. They were scared at first to go do. You know what I'm saying? They were fighting for Yahawashi without even knowing it. You know what I'm saying? They were doing the will of the Lord. Because when you're fighting for Yahawashi, you're doing the will of the Lord. Yahawashi is our King. That's why they weren't in the spirit when they were, you know what I'm saying, complaining about when they doubted themselves, you know what I'm saying? They were far from being having the Holy Spirit when they were doubting if they would be able to carry out the will of the Lord. Don't doubt yourself. The Lord hath not given us the spirit of fear. Alrighty. So, going back to the word bank. Let's get friend. I was supposed to get enemy and friend in the same one. I'll write it over. So friend, let's write enemy first. Enemy. Ayah. Friend, get this. Now there's many ways to skin a cat in Hebrew. And different words mean different things. And sometimes a word that we use for something else means something else also. It has 2 different meanings. So the word for friend also is the same word for general. It's one of the same words, which is all wop. All wop. Get that, right? The generals are leaders, but they're also our friends. I thought that was kind of neat. What else we got? We got land. Oh, I'm supposed to write that in blue. I'll change it. So let me write all the words first. We got land. Can't have land without possess. Learn how to say possess. I think that's how you spell it. Possess. Man. I think that don't look right. Yeah, I think that's right. Possess. We got fight. Fear. And return. Fear. Fear, go and return. Fear, go, and return. I got a few others. I got fathers. You know what I'm saying? Father's the last one I actually have. We don't need fathers. We are right without fathers. Fathers is our father. I started to write that because I wasn't sure what sentence I was going to make. I might have said something about our father. But father is Abba, and our father is Abba Nawa. So, just in case, you know what I'm saying, feel like you're missing out on what my lesson actually was, Abba Nawa is our father. So, enemy. Ayab. Friend. Wap. Land. Aratazah. Aratazah. Possess. Yerash. Fear. Yagar. Yagar. Go. Azal. Azal. And return. Shawab. I think Yashab also means to return. I think Yashab means to rest. But Shawab means to return. So we got enemy, Ayab, and Alawap, land and possess, Aratazah, Yerash, fear, Yagar, go, Azal, and return, Shawab. Oh, we doing great with time. Yeah, so we'll be able to get all these in Hebrew and have 2 sentences. Most High in Christ. So, let's get it into Hebrew. So, enemy, Ayab, you got the we're doing this one over actually. Ya, and Ba. Ayab. Ayab. All wap. La, wa, and pa. All wap. Messed up. All wap. puh is the same puh as the one of those things goes down, and when it's at the end, wop. Not the one that curves in, because that would have been puh something. But wop, it's at the end, it goes down just like the nut. Arataza, land. Ra, and Taza. Real easy. Ra, Taza. Arataza, one of those ones at the end too. Arataza. That's probably the hardest Assyrian letter for me to write. So Salakia if it doesn't look that good. But the Tazah is a tricky one for me. Put it in the chat which one is your hardest Assyrian letter to write. Because the Assyrian could be real confusing. You know what I'm saying? You see I made the wall a little bit different. Love, you know, everybody has when you start to get to write it on your own, it starts to get real familiar, you develop, you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying, it sounds kind of, you know what I'm saying, not, it sounds against, like it's against, you know what I'm saying, teaching, but you kind of really develop your own swag to how to write it. As long as it's legible and it looks like what it's supposed to convey, you know what I'm saying, if it has your own spirit on it, Most High in Christ, like my was look a little bit different, but I know that's the what, and it's not too hard to decipher all that's a what, around the other letters at least. But yeah, but the Tazah is my most difficult. Just getting personal with you, a lot. So now we have possess, Yarash, Ya, Ra, Sha, Yarash. Ya, Ra, Sha, Yarash, to possess. All right, let's get fear. Yagar. Ya, Ga, Ra. Yagar. Ya, Ga, Ra. Yagar. Go. Azal. Za. La. Azal. Za. La. Azal. Return. Shawab. Sha. Wa. Ba. Shawab. Sha. Wa. Ba. Already. So now you got, you know what I'm saying, another word bank. We got enemy, friend, Ayab, Al-Wap. Al-Wap is the same, you might remember that from general, but it also means friend as well. Land and possess, Aratazah, Yarash. Did I say those already? No, I didn't. It's lucky. Yeah, so we got land and possess, Aratazah, Yarash. Fear, Yagar, go and return, Azal and Shawab. You can rewind, be kind and rewind. But now I'm over, you know what I'm saying, to get it for your notes that is. And now I'm about to erase some of it so we can fit our sentences on it. All right. So we're fighting for our king, or we're fighting for Yahushua. The next sentence I got is gonna be a sentence. So that fighting for our king, you know what I'm saying? You notice how we conjugated almost every word except for we. You know what I'm saying? So it was a lot going into that sentence. You know what I'm saying? You had to have some little bit prior knowledge to the grammar rules and whatnot. So we're gonna do another sentence with verbs, but we're not gonna conjugate them, and it's still gonna be tawab. It's still gonna work because again, you know what I'm saying? There's multiple ways to skin a cat. So sometimes you do have to conjugate, but sometimes you can get away with not conjugating. And this is one of those times. So the word what we're gonna say is fear not, we are strong. You know what I'm saying? Going back to Numbers 13, you know what I'm saying? They had to, not Joshua, I think it was Joshua, but Joshua and Caleb, you know what I'm saying? They had to kind of say things like, fear not of those big, strong men. We are strong, fear not. The Lord didn't give us the spirit of fear. You got to go do the Lord's will, right? So we are strong, don't fear. That's what I say, fear not. Fear not. We are strong. So, you see, fear is a verb, right? Normally, we would have to conjugate fear. The current tense. You know what I'm saying? And who's supposed to be not fearing? We. So, fear in this sentence but normally supposed to be conjugated to present tense and we. But we're just going to leave it alone. You know what I'm saying? It's going to work. So fear just left alone will be yagar. Yagar hyphenated with la'ah. La'ah means no or not. So yagar hyphen la'ah, fear not. And then comma. You don't really have commas in Hebrew. So we're not going to do it. But then we are strong, that does have to be conjugated. You know what I'm saying? Because it's almost like this is all one word. That's why it has to be conjugated. We are strong. I could put anaknawa and then kazak. I could do that. But if I'm doing that, I might as well just write kazak. Kawazakium. Kawazakium means we are strong. Alright, so let's get it in. Fear not, right? Yagar. Yagar hyphen la'ah. Fear not. I'm not gonna put, well, I guess I could put the comma. It's not that bad. Kawazakium. Kawasaki. Yagar la'ah, Kawazakium. Fear not. We are strong. Simple. Easy peasy mac and cheese. Now we're gonna write it in Hebrew. Going right to left, right? So we got Yagar. Hyphen la'ah. That's why there's no commas in Hebrew, because now you can't write a comma going this way. So this was really English that I was doing that, just for our understanding. But there are hyphens in Hebrew. Remember that. So fear not, Kawasaki. Ka wa zak. Bam. Fear not, we are strong. Yagar la'ah. Kawazakium. All right. Got about 5 minutes for our last sentence. I'm gonna check the chat, see what's up with everybody. Any questions or whatnot? Hey, shalom, sis. Lashawan in the house. Good to see you. And we got Sister Cicely. Shalom, sis. Good to see y'all. We got some other people in the house, so I can't really scroll up a little bit. Most High in Christ. We got Ma. Shalom, Lord Christ, sis. Sister Brianna. Shalom. We got Beaumont and Port Arthur in the building. Most High in Christ. Sis says, I love these classes. I'm glad, sis. I enjoy teaching them. Most High in Christ. Already. The water for everybody joining, you know what I'm saying? Those that didn't, you know what I'm saying, type it in the chat, man. The water for joining, man. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you hit the like button to get our logarithm up. You know what I'm saying? So we can spread this truth. YAHANNA. But the water for joining, you know what I'm saying? YAHANNA means please. All right, so we got one more sentence. Let's get it in. This last sentence, I think it was kind of a baby sentence. Yeah, it wasn't too much. You know what I'm saying? Just something to get a little practice in. With the Numbers 13 thing, it's gonna be go and take the land. We know how to say the land. We know how to say go. We know how to say take. So it should be easy, right? Easy sentence. Let's just knock out this last sentence and then start making dinner. Like, it's late, but it's Friday though. Hey, yeah. We still gotta eat even on Friday. We gotta get dinner ready. If anything, tonight would be pizza night, right? Friday night. So we're gonna get this last sentence in. Go and take the land. Real quick. Go. That looks bad. Go and take the land. So we're gonna have three words. We're gonna have go, because we know how to say that, azal. And take is gonna be a word because we got our prefix. And where is that? And wa right here. Wa and take was I erased it, but take was possess, right? What was that? Yarash. So and take would be wa yarash and possess. So azal, wa yarash, and then the land. I erased that one too. But it was land is aratazah. You know what I'm saying? The land, we got our prefix for the, ha. So ha aratazah. So we know what go and take the land is in Hebrew. Let's get it down. Azal, go. Now this is another one of those instances where these words should be conjugated, because this is a command from me to you. So these are second person conjugations for the verbs. Go, you go, and take, you go and take, you take. But we're gonna leave it alone, right? Because we can do it that way. So azal and take. Wa yarash. The land. Aratazah. Damn. 3 words. Azal wa yarash aratazah. Go and take the land. That was the order given from the Most High to Moses to the children of Israel. Go and take the land. We're going to read about if they do it or not tomorrow that Sabbath service, man. And make sure you join up at the shop. So go and take the name right to the left, Azal. And I've been writing just the Assyrian for lack of just the ancient for lack of time. But you know what I'm saying? We get our practicing with the Assyrian throughout class as well. So this is just the ancient for the synthesis. Azal. Azal. What? Yarash. What? Yarash. Ha. Ratazah. Ha. Ha. Ratazah. Go and take the land. Azal, where Yarash, Ha Aratazah. You got it, man. All right, so we're going to close out with that. Again, Tawada for joining everybody. We're going to close out Men of Israel, Midian, which means to stand. I give a courtesy salute to the brothers and then to the sisters. Men of Israel, Midian Shabbat. Midian, Barak. Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah Barakatah. Yadi Matah. Stars for the sisters. Courtesy salute to the sisters. Men of Israel, Midian Shabbat. I'm Midian. Barak. Yahweh Shamar Aladan Bahashem Yahweh Shah. Yadi Matah. Dismissed.